Hello and welcome back to Operations with Void. I'm your host, Forgotten Void, and we are once again on the public test server after Wargaming has changed a bunch of things regarding D-Day. So we'll go ahead and just swap to D-Day real quick. So swapping between these two scenes, if you are in a division, the division host will chooses and it will swap the background for all players. So if you're in a division and someone's swapping between the two, it might be confusing at first, discombobulating. Anyways, so what we're going to use is the Helena. I've been actually running the Boise, but because the Boise has the heal. The Boise is a premium and the Boise is a heal. But we're going to use the Helena because the Helena actually has more range at 14.6 kilometers. That doesn't seem... Okay, yes. Boise gets 13.6, Helena gets 14.6. But key thing that Helena gets is Helena gets Hydro, Fighter, and Def AA. Boise gets Hydro or Def AA and a heal, super heal at that. So Boise is good for people who need to heal. Helena is for those who would rather risk not having heal. Helena is also free and not on the tech tree and easier to get. So that's another reason why we're going to use the Helena. For the skills that I'm using a little bit a different build. We have an AA build with both AA skills because one of them also increases depth charge damage. Explosions, radius. Yeah, depth charge damage. Yeah. And also consumable reload, which is really good with Helena and Boise, so you can reduce your heal reload time. So that's why we have that. Priority target to see if there's ships targeting us. The gun feeder, because to swap between HE and armor piercing. Grease the gears because the turrets actually do turn rather slow. Last stand because it's a cruiser. Adrenaline rush for DPS. Top grade gunner for DPS, and heavy HE for more damage and to help proc top grade gunner from even further away. And that's why we're not taking concealment. Now for equipment, I don't want steering gears. I want, well, actually yes, I do want steering gears for this. That or airstrike. No, we want airstrike modification because there's a lot of mines and because of the reload, it reduces the reload time and increases depth charge damage. We are going to stick with aiming mod. The engine room protection is fine, mostly because it increases the rate and how quickly you repair if your engine gets knocked out, and it makes it harder to knock out. And then main battery mod, it doesn't really matter for these two for this particular op, unless you want to take Def AA mod or Hydro, but it's kind of a waste of coal just to take for this op. So with that, we'll go ahead and head into battle. I have actually played a couple times around just to see what the differences were, see if it's easy. Omahas are actually surprisingly effective. They lack the AA, but because they are tier 5, they reduce the HP of everything, in addition to having a really high DPM, meaning you're not a detriment to your team, even though you I'll talk about Omaha's in just a second. So right now we're taking coastal guns for the extra penetration and reducing the risk of catching fire, and then the reduced dispersion against destroyers. If I had ship-mounted depth charges, I probably would have taken the depth charge one, but because it's airplane and I'm not going to be using them much, It's a little bit of a waste to take the airplane. Anyways, on to Omaha. Omaha has really good DPM, even though it's tier 5. And so you're not detriment to your team if you're running in Omaha. And because it reduces the HP of everything, then you're actually helping your team by making everything easier to kill. So Omaha's Marbleheads. If you're only up to Omaha, then this is a really good place to grind your Omaha. To unlock both ships. Helena, on the other hand, I like because it has lots of guns. It has really good alpha. It also allows for the shotgun approach. But when you hit multiple shells, especially with the heavy HG, they disappear. And one of the things was they've reduced the rate at which the attack aircraft spawn, which is really nice because those are the most dangerous things against you as a cruiser. They still spawn, and they still hurt a lot, and they're still scary. And they still have almost no lead-up time before they attack. But they aren't... they aren't ever present. Oh, we have a Bliskovica who's going through and clearing the mines. I think we'll just follow him. Oh, he missed one. He missed one. No, he missed more than one. Oh, that's another thing. By having a higher tier ship, you actually get to reload your You have 2 airstrikes. At tier 5, you only get 1 airstrike, and you have to wait for it to reload before you can set another. So you can't do a step by step like what we just did. That is the one downside about running an Omaha or an Agincourt. Hello, Snino Brute. And there goes most of your health. It's one nice thing about having this many guns. Goodbye. Oh, there's another Snino Brute. Oh, Snino Brute. Oh, 62 HP. Robbed. Okay, there we got it. Oh yes, the Snino Brute's speed was reduced. Like before, I was aiming like out to here just to hit them, but now that you can actually aim at them. Even though they're bobbing up and down on the water and really hard to hit. Okay, now I want to focus on the AA guns. So with the increase of pen, HE, AP, it doesn't really matter which you use now. Actually, when I was up close, like 5 kilometers, like before with the Omaha, I was overpenning these AA guns. So that is something to be careful of. And see, I even got overpen there. Okay. So another thing is when the mines haven't activated and you run them over, you will actually disable them and delete them. So that's another way to get rid of them. So if a mine is dropped right on top of you, you can do that to help clear them. Okay, there's 2 squadrons here. I feel it's okay to use one of these. I'm still on the use AP over HE, but I guess HE as a cruiser is probably better because you don't get ricochets. Also, you can set them on fire. So this probably is better just to use HE. Okay. Now we're going to blind fire this fort and see how much damage it takes before. Yeah, there it is. Okay, I hit it once. There it is. And it took almost no damage from hits. So until they're spotted, they don't take damage. So they have to be spotted once. And once they are spotted, then they will take damage. I will move up. So one of the things is to get a win, you need to destroy 3. And so I will move up once one more of these is destroyed. Now, before, these being this close would spell doom to any ship because they were very accurate. But this was one of the nice nerfs they did, is now the coastal guns are now inaccurate. Oh, no, no fighters, no fighters. No fighters. Panic button. That's something that is nice about having Def AA on either Helena or Boys. In fact, I would probably keep Def AA or Hydra on Boys just because of the attack aircraft. They are nasty. There we go.
Anti-aircraft gun crews are on normal alert.
Okay. Now to start working on the destroyers.
Severely damaged.
Ooh. Hello, T-22. You're speeding along there. This is a no speeding zone. See? No speeding zone. Ooh, you're slowing down a lot. No DCP? Okay, Z31. No speeding zone. Yeah, these destroyers are a pain for getting these secondaries. Because they are a jeopardy to 2 stars. And they are a star themselves. Oh, they won. Robbed. Okay. And so with that, that should be all the destroyers. And we lost a star because one of the... we lost our destroyers. And because we lost our destroyers, we don't really have anyone to help clear mines. We're probably going to lose 1 LST assault ship. No. No, you're not allowed to drop mines. Will they actually try to dodge mines now? Looks like it, because before they would just run right through the mines. Okay, so thing about the coastal guns is you have to be pretty close to shoot them. You can actually use the mini-map to shoot them. Oh, and the star, it's really nice because they don't actually have to touch the shore anymore. So like with this map, it's really hard to see. Maybe I won't hit it. But if I use the mini map, I can actually shoot beyond what I can on shore when looking it through a scope. Don't think I have the DPM to get all of them for the end. So we did it, and so this was a 3-star, but it's because we lost a couple ships. Yeah, so you didn't incapacitate all the guns, and we lost 3 of the ships going to the southern shore because of the destroyers and the mines, because we were down 3 ships. But Boise is a nice ship because you have uh, plenty of guns, good DPM, and with the heavy HE, you have the Alpha too. And this actually puts us top of the board with a nice 2K base XP on a 3-star. Although I think that's partially because the ribbons actually count for the just when you're hitting uh, the shore installations for the AA guns and those. So the ribbons actually count, and so I think that helps with the base XP. A lot of people like Fiji right now. I personally prefer Helena or a destroyer, but that's just me. They've You only get 4 charges per press of the G key with Fiji, so it's almost as bad as the airdrop. Plus, you can only drop them behind you. Whereas if you destroyer, you actually get a lot. So if you're going to go for ship mounted depth charges in a cruiser, I would go for Flint or Atlanta rather than Fiji. And you don't really need with the buff to HE pen, you don't, and the reduction of armor on the forts, you don't really need to go to have the increased penetration that Fiji's AP gets. Fiji's a nice boat, don't get me wrong. Heal and that with the heal and hydro and good DPM, it's a nice boat, but I don't think it's now the best choice for this op. I think there's other more better niche choices like Helena. And so these are, I'm using green boosters, so this is the credits I got on a tech tree ship using green boosters. We actually did quite a bit. We shot down the squadron of attack squad aircraft and plenty of torpedo bombers and a few. The mines count as airstrike bombers. Okay. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and click a like button and click that thumbs up. Well, thumbs up, like button. I'm not sure what it's called anymore. If you want to see more videos, click that subscribe button. And if you don't want to subscribe, well, then I can't make you. Anyways, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you again on my next video. Have a good one.